Well, hi, everyone. My name is Tim Kanold, and I would like to personally invite you to attend our terrific annual conference on standards and assessment with Solution Tree, April 4th through 6th in Phoenix, Arizona. This is an annual conference that really provides great support to, I think, a very underserved area of the work that we do in our schools. We spend a lot of time focused on instruction and how to really improve deep developmental levels of instruction in our schools. But I think sometimes we don't put as much of a focus on assessment. And the reason we think that the Standards and Assessment Conference is so important is because we believe that the way you really drive coherence in your schools is through answering the question, what is it we want every child to know and be able to do, which is certainly the standards we'd like them to learn. But then the second question, which is, what will be our response if they don't know it? And that's really the focus of the Standards and Assessment Conference. It helps us as individuals and as teacher teams and administrative teams working with our teachers to actually be able to answer the question, how will we know if they know it? What are the natures of the assessments that we provide our students? What is the best practice we know about grading and effective grading tools? What are the ways that we can engage our teachers in meaningful conversations about how to use assessment to inspire student learning and not necessarily to destroy that learning as the units pass by throughout a given semester and year? We know that assessment tends to be a very private affair with teachers, and one of the things we're trying to do at this Assessment Institute is to actually help us feel comfortable with how to make assessment part of a public affair. How do we actually become much more transparent in our various assessment activities? One of the things I love about this institute is the fact that, we have a lot of content-specific experts in the room as well. We have everyone from someone like Doug Fisher, who's a content expert in English and language arts, to myself, who's a content expert in mathematics, people like Eric Twaddell, who are very gifted and talented in the area of social studies and so on. So we try to provide in this institute not only specific help regarding each assessment in general, but then also specific help regarding your particular content area that you might be interested in, and how do we better serve students in having team discussions about answering that question. How will we know if they know it? More specifically, one of the things that I'm honored to be part of with this institute is the opportunity to provide the closing session. And my goal during that closing session is to really bring it all together, but provide you an opportunity to put a laser-like focus on the types of current practices and the reality of your assessment practices, and are those practices really effective at motivating student performance and inspiring improved student learning in your school? And then we're going to actually set some very specific goals around those practices. I think also, it's really important to me that we understand the value of crossing that bridge from becoming teaching institutions to really becoming learning institutions. That is, what's the evidence of student learning that takes place in our school, and understanding that no matter what we do, it's not effective unless we have evidence of learning. And the entire focus of this Assessment Institute during the 3 days is designed to help your school get their arms around that particular issue. What is the nature of the evidence that we're collecting for student learning, and how do we look at that evidence in a positive and holistic way at every grade level and in every course? So I invite you to come and attend our institute. We would love to see you there, and I hope that we'll have a chance to meet you in Phoenix, Arizona on April 4th through the 6th of 2016. Thanks, everybody, and I hope you're having a great spring as you finish up the 2015-2016 school year.